Hello, it's Raina with Lylo Crafts, and today I am coming on so that we can start making ephemera for our junk journal, right? And so we are utilizing magazine images and scraps today, okay? So things that are in your stash. So basically everything we should be creating should be free, okay? Because we are going to be using the things we have in our stash. So I'm gonna make 3 with you together, and then I've got other ones to show you. I'm gonna start with just this first one to show you. And it was a snow globe cut out from the magazine, and I backed it onto cardstock, and I inked it with red on both the front and the back. And then I added some snow text to that bottom and some diamond dots. Can you see that? So it's so textural. And one of the things I love about journals is being able to touch all different kinds of textures. And then I didn't want to stop there. I added just a bit of stickles to the snow down here, and also to where it was a little shiny on the globe, so that it would have a sweet sparkle and shine. So next, I thought that we would use this sweet page, and what I've done is I've already backed it on cardstock, inked it with the gold ink, and then I went over this Christmas tree with a little bit of stickles. And what I really wanted to do was to add these sweet little, they look like fake dragées, right? To go into here. And so I thought I would put those on with some stickles in case the glue showed on the outside. It would be shiny and sparkly on here. So I'm just gonna add a dab of the stickles onto these 5 little dragé spots, my little tweezers, to set that dragé right down in there. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so fun to touch this, right? And these are metal, and I'm not sure, one of my friends, her name's Irene, she gave me these a while ago, one of my sweet little crafty friends from California. And she said, oh, I thought you could put these in shakers, or I'm sure you're going to come up with something else. And I thought this would just be the perfect time to go ahead and add these, since they were already in the magazine image. When I saw that, I thought, oh, I know just the thing. I know just the thing. So we are going to have to let that set. But you can see up here, we have a advertisement, right, from the magazine. So what I thought we could do with this one is to go ahead and just cover this up with a bow like this. So I can do that and let the ribbons be up. Oh, I think that's really cute. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, but I do think they're gonna need to be a hair smaller if they are on the top. So if you wanna know how to cut this double bow, I did cut this out of just some grosgrain ribbon. This was not purchased. I will put a link to, I have a video on how to create a double bow, and you can use that same concept for a single bow or for a triple bow, whatever you would like. And it's pretty addicting, I do have to say. Once you learn how and get it, then you want to add them to everything. So I think that's super fun. Look at that adorable tag, just like that. Oh my gosh, L-O-V-E. L-O-V-E on that, and I've added the sweet stitching around that as well. The next one is utilizing this little Christmas tree that I fussy cut out. And what I thought I would do is I have this strip of red foil. So I want to make like a journal card, or maybe a tag up the top. And I have this, you guys. This is a junk mail envelope. Look at that junk mail envelope, and I love the inside of this. I thought that would be so cool to use as backing paper. And then I have this sheet of paper that I don't really like from this paper pad, and so I had stuck that into my like scrap bin, like use it for backing or to do something else on. So that is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna work from the front backwards. So I'm gonna put this little tree on here, and then I'll determine the measurements after I've got the tree on here. And I have a little bit of red fabric paint on me from doing a little bit of crafting ahead of time, so please excuse that. It's fabric paint on my hand. All right, So I'm just going to glue this right into the center of this. Okay. Push this on down, and you do want to make sure you get your glue up immediately and really with a cloth on foil, because it will show. It's not that forgiving, foil. It's not as forgiving as glitter. Okay, so then I'm just going to eyeball about how far up it is from the bottom to the top. It's going to be hard to see a pencil mark on that side, so I'm going to do it on the opposite side. And I think I'm going to cut it about right there and about right there. Okay, I'm going to do my slice first. Oh, here comes the sun. I'm so thankful. We had a little bit of a storm this morning, which we really needed because we are so hot here in Tennessee, or we don't have any heat index alerts today. So I am so thankful for that. So thankful for that. Oops, I forgot. I want to use this side over here. I'm going to take this and just put, and I'm using our glitter glue. You can really use just about any kind of glue you want for this project. It does not have to be art glitter glue. All right, and because this tree sticks out, I'm gonna put glue right on the edge of that tree and make sure that its branches adhere to the background as well. All right, like that. Smush that all down. Okay. All right, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, the other thing I want to do is put some red inking around. And I am using this distress ink called Festive Berries. So I'm just going to go just to tie that in. All right, awesome. And then the last layer for this tag is going to be white. So I'm going to just, again, eyeballing my little marks as to where I want to cut. Okay. And if I've got a little pencil mark here, I can just go ahead and erase that. Okay, I like the way that that's looking. So I am going to ink in two colors on this one. I'm going to start with the red, and I'm leaning in a little bit so that the red will show. I want to tie that red in, and then I'm going to go around the edges a little more straight up and down. I am using gold around the edges. I am loving this double inking. I think that is so cool to do two colors, and it's so simple to add some pizzazz to your project, right? So I think that looks really cool. I also think it would be even more awesome if we just nipped the corners. So you can do this with your scissors. I'm going to stick this in here in my little corner chomper that my sweet friend Dale from Not Too Shabby Chic gave me. I'm gonna put that in there, and then I'm gonna just get my red and just hit those corners again. And I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on down. I think I'm going to use this little poinsettia as a tab pull. So I just cut this out with my straps. You can see the tip isn't even on there. So it's going to be perfect to add to this as the top of the tag. I think that's so cute. And then I am going to have to cover the back because otherwise you're going to see this bird paper on the back. All right, so I went into my stash to look for some scrap pieces of paper, and I found this one. You can see this is a cutoff, and then I've already used it for a hole punch. And so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and line this up. And you know, this would be a really cute time if you wanted to add trim to this tag. You could stick it in between these two layers. I have this tiny bit of pom-pom trim left. So yay, this is getting down to it. So let's go ahead and use it. I'm going to add a quick bead of hot glue. I'm going to take my pom-poms. I'm going to add them right on in. Okay, Oh my gosh, look how cute that looks, right? Let's add them on the other side too. So let's add just a little dab of hot glue right along there. You know, I cannot tell you how excited I am that we are doing this ring-bound journal together, one that allows for a little more thickness or chubbiness. We can create with so much more layers, and I am super excited about it. Okay, we've got our pom-poms on, and so now we're going to go ahead and put this backing piece on. And so I'm going to go ahead and kind of measure. I'm going to measure the height over here as this. Okay, and then the length. Let's line this up to the top right there. And I'll make a line there. I'm going to go ahead and ink around the edges of this, again with the festive berries. And because I did put down this trim right here, I'm going to use hot glue on this whole thing to attach this journal card down. Hey, oh my gosh, that's so adorable, right? Oh, I think that is so super adorable. L-O-V-E on that. Okay, and then just for some good measure, let's put a little bit of stickles on this star right here. Let's bling it up. Oh, I love that. And I'm going to put a little bit down here on the snow. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I L-O-V-E it. I think that is such an adorable tag, right? So, so cute. So as you can see, you can make them as elaborate as you want, or you can make them simple. And so next, I wanted to do this as a little tag or a journal card, and so I've gone ahead and mounted it, and I stitched around it, but it has these words on here, which I didn't want. So this is a scrap from the magazine. I thought, oh, that might be like a pretty header or something, so that, and put the bow a little higher so like that V in those side pieces would show. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I love that. So what I'm gonna do here is apply the glue to this. And I am doing that because I can't figure out exactly how far over the paper is gonna go, but I do know I want it to cover that piece up, right? And this I did mount on another piece of scrap cardstock to continue to strengthen it. And let's go up as high as we can on that. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go on the back here, and I'm going to trim the edges just like that. And I've inked in gold. I'm gonna keep that inked in gold just like that. If you haven't watched where I harvested the magazine, I will put a link to that in the description below. I got this magazine for free at a library, and it was like 10 years old, I believe. So, you know, you don't have to spend any money to get something so awesome. So this was just filled with wonderful, wonderful images, Christmas images, this magazine. Okay, I've gone ahead and put that bow there. Now, I think that is so great. And if I really wanted to, I could go around and maybe highlight the snow with some snow text if I wanted some more texture. So we'll see what I do if I add anything more. But on Saturday, you guys, we will be adding this ephemera and more to our junk journal, right? Which is step 3. We will almost be finished. Before I move on and share the other ones that I've already completed in advance, I would so appreciate it if you are enjoying this content in this series, if you would give this video a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate that, and I love hearing from you. All right, let's look at the rest. So I have this adorable one, which is a stocking. It was a Christmas stocking. It had a Rudolph, so I cut down a little pom-pom and I added to that. I just backed this onto the foil cardstock. It was a scrap. I used my edge punch on the bottom. I added stickles to the white. I put a bow up here where the hanger is, and I added just one little sequence on there to top that off. And I think that is so sweet. Then I've got this one. This takes 2 images of sweaters from the magazine, and I just fussy cut them out. I put them on some cardstock, and then I mounted them onto another scrap piece of cardstock and another scrap piece of cardstock, and then I went and stitched with this sweet snowball stitch on here. And I added just a little yarn bow that I hot glued down on in the corners to frame that. And I think this journal card or tag is so, so sweet. Don't you agree? Don't you guys agree? I think that's going to be so awesome. And then, of course, I had all these cookies, different kinds of cookies. And so I made these little cookie embellishments. So this one right here is just mounted twice, and this is mounted on cardstock, and then 2 more times I nipped the corners, inked in gold around that, double matted it, and that is ready to go. And then this sweet one is going to go inside a pocket, and it is a journaling space. So this was just a green sugar cookie that I cut out, and then I added, here's where I got that red on me. I added these little red fabric paint. So if you have Nouveau drops, anything you want, little red dots on that. So like they are red hot candies. Do you guys remember eating those red hot candies when you were young? And then of course we've got these ones that we made together today. So we have 2, 4, 6, we have 8 pieces of beautiful embellishments that could be added to any kind of project. It does not have to be a journal or a junk journal or even a December daily. Wouldn't these make beautiful card fronts too? Or just plain tags on your gifts. So I hope that you like these. I hope that you will try this. It's such an inexpensive way to make beautiful, beautiful embellishments in no time at all. So thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.